thing. You could find yourself in really bad situations because you have no one helping you, guiding you, mentoring you,
because
to
everyone's
talk to,
trying
to relate to.
Right. Everyone's trying to keep the potential role models out of situations where they could actually flourish.
And that's why people end up in these horrible situations.
Right. And the other thing I want to say is, if you're someone who is a single person and you're thinking to yourself, well, I just know I would never have a gay child because that just wouldn't. I just want to let you know that my parents were basically perfect. Like, they did everything. They obeyed all the commandments. They paid tithes, offerings. They had family home evening every single week. They did everything. And I know for a fact my mom and dad's intention in doing that was so that they could have the perfect family. They're like, we're not going to miss a step of this dance because we literally, if we believe that if we do not do a single thing, outside of what the church recommends, not even what the church commands, but the church recommendations. Right. My parents followed every step of it.
My parents.
And look, I'm a gee. Nothing could stop it. I mean, it's like, and I actually attribute a lot of what I think my good qualities are to my upbringing and to the fact that my parents did have these wonderful things like family home evening. I think it was great. We took family trips. I'm so close to all my siblings. All these things have really, really benefited my life. So I just want to say to you, if you're someone who's like, well, I won't have a gay child, you just don't know what you're going to get, okay? That's the risk of taking a child. And if you're someone who's like, I want to isolate gay people. I don't want gay people to be out. I don't want gay people to be able to get married because I don't want it to be okay. Think about your child and, what are you going to want to give them? Are you going to want to give them, if your child comes out and he asks for a Barbie doll and not a little train and a ball and a fire truck, are you going to be like, you're going to take this fire truck and you're going to like it? Or are you going to be like, he wants a Barbie, he's probably going to end up being gay, and so do I want to have gay people around so that, I can say to my child, oh, they're a gay couple, there are two men that are married, And, you're not going to be able to turn them gay or straight. They're going to be what they are. So exposing them to gay people, regardless of their sexuality, regardless of how they identify when they hit puberty and, these things, regardless of that, like, it's only going to expand everyone's consciousness. It's only going to expand the amount of love that we can all feel and that we're all allowing ourselves to feel in order to invite these people into your life. And I'm telling you, if I had grown up and seen a gay couple, if I had seen a gay person, the first gay man that I met was when I was 16 years old. I was at this mall, and this old man was hitting on me, and I was so curious about it and stuff. And I said, "Are you gay?" And he was like really coming on to me and trying to get me, to do like things with him. And I said, "Are you gay?" And he said, "No." And I was like, this man isn't even accepting that he's gay. He's hitting on me. I was just like, there was just no one. There was just no one. And when I asked my parents what a gay person was...
And you could really get in trouble in a situation like that if you're completely clueless about life.
Completely. I had no way of I could have been hurt. I could have gotten a life crippling disease. Like, anything could have happened. And I had no education. I had no self-awareness. I had nothing because I felt like I was an alien unicorn. And that just doesn't have to be that way. And you know what? You can do whatever you want, but you're not going to be able to stop what's happening here, which is people are gay. I don't know why. I don't know why people have black skin versus white skin. I don't know why people have yellow skin versus, I don't know. I don't have those answers. All I know is that it's happening. And, you can either look at it and be like, you know what? I want to try to expand people's lives. I want to try to share love. And I want to try to end marginalization, misunderstanding, hate, prejudice. That's a choice that you make every day when you get up.
Yep. Yeah, my parents also, they lived the perfect I can't think of anyone who lived Mormonism more by the book than my parents. But it wasn't ever going to change.
And you.
and
me too.
And we overcompensate. Like, every gay that I know was Peter Priesthood. Crazy, right down the line. I do everything perfect, and I'm gonna just, if I do everything perfect, then God will change me somehow
Totally.
into being this thing that I'm supposed to be.
This is the way of
And,
creating meaning in your life,
like,
is by
Yeah,
just-
so, I mean, almost all the gay men that I know that grew up in the church were the most straight down the line.
And the ones that made it look
and
so easy.
And it almost makes me, now when I go back and I see, you know, people living that way, I'm like, oh well.
There's a reason you're
He's probably
trying
gay.
so hard. Yeah. Well, yeah. There's this thing I remember from BYU we called spiritual closets, with these guys that were just like so spiritual, and I'm like, you're not that spiritual. You are just immersing yourself in this religion and this spirituality so much because you're afraid if you don't, then you'll, you know,
You go overboard.
you go overboard. And you know, it's sad for the women in situations because they look at guys like that and they're like, you're just an ideal of what a man should be.
Perfect.
And they don't know what's driving it is a really, really strong desire to not be what they feel that they are, which is attracted to the same sex.
Yeah.
You know? So
So, okay, so the last thing we'll talk about, because these videos I was going forever, but I was just talking to Clark about how I really, even though this is such an important thing and it impacts people's lives greatly, and I hope that everyone, instead of just listening to whoever's talking next to you, that you will really get out and investigate things. If you have a question, if this issue, like I typed to my sister, I'm like, if it's really important to you, look up as much as you can, read about as much as you can from the sources instead of just, here, somebody's going to deliver you a list, like that list.
well, and that's what the church always says. You know what they always say? They say if you want to know about Mormonism, go ask a Mormon. Don't read anti-Mormon literature. If you want to know about homosexuality, go ask a gay. Don't ask your bishop. He's not a gay. He's not going to tell you. It cuts both ways. I'm just saying.
Okay. How do you feel about that, Clark?